Tonight, or today, or wherever you are on the planet, I'm going to unpack AMA 13 from Stephen, did I get his name right? McCullough. And this one is important. Not because, tonight, oh my goodness, it's typical, isn't it? You are on the, listen now, my sound's working. Because nothing was delivered again. Over the last few weeks, Stephen has released AMA after AMA and promising that everything is days away, implemented, basically done. Mainnet, AI, wallets, funding, free zones, listings. So, we're going to do something different. We're going to use AI to cross-reference every claim. Stephen's made across AMA 9, 10, 11 and 12 and now 13. Which is going to be a bit of fun. We could go back even further, but really, what's the point? Dates, timelines, promises, and excuses. And when you line them all up side by side, a very clear pattern appears. Deadlines move, features change names, weeks never arrives. Next week never arrives, that's what I should say. It's like tomorrow never comes. And responsibility is quietly drifted into markets and timing or external factors out of his control. AMA 13 is full of familiar tactics, big claims, huge demos, future pricing talk, and yet still no code, no public repos? That's a funny word. No independent verification and no delivered products. This matters because this isn't just content. People are making financial decisions based on the claims. Now, AI did help me prepare this introduction, and I can tell you that I don't think people are really investing in this, or are they? So we're going to show you everything and break it down. We're comparing what was said, when it was said, and what actually happened. No hype, no insults, just receipts, timelines, and lots of contradictions. If you have watched Stephen's AMAs, you would have felt confused, hopeful, or unsure. That did not quite go out right, Danny. If you have watched Stephen's AMAs and felt confused, hopeful, or unsure, this live is for you. Let's start unpacking AMA number 13. Now, I've got to show you a little bit of what I'm doing. I've had a bit of a rough night last night. We have had a lot of intel coming in on another scam that we've been busting, and I woke up with a headache because I'm actually quite stressed. So it's an interesting game that I play, fighting these scammers, and sometimes you get a bit overwhelmed, and it does actually physically affect your mind. So I'm not on form. So I'm actually using this video on Stephen to warm up. But just before I went live, and I apologise for being a little bit late, I had a look through and thought, why do I keep going after Stephen? Well, he was the guy that tried to sue me in the New Zealand High Court for $3.85 million, claiming I have defamed him after he defrauded 11,000 people with his pump and dump opportunity called Luna One. I had victims, 42 victims come forth saying that they would testify against him. Collectively, they had lost over $1 million, some as little as $5,300, others saying they had lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because he set up Luna One, claiming that he was going to launch at $25 a token, and he did a pre-sale where people were sold tokens that weren't delivered on market day, before market day, and they bought them at $15 a token, but on market day, instead of launching at 25 as promised and marketed by the runway guys for 2.5, 3 months, he decided, after getting professional advice from some stranger that we never know, that he would put them on the market at $5 each. So all the people that had bought in the pre-sale thinking they were going to be instant millionaires, put everything into it, lost all their money, and by the end of the day, the $5 tokens were worth $1. So he's a scammer. And I exposed him, and then he tried to come after me because he had a lot of money, because he just took a whole lot of money from the scammers. Absolutely mad. Since then, it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride. I got awarded $27,500 for my legal fees because he filed a discontinuance in the High Court of New Zealand an hour and a half before it started. So if you go to my website, you'll see that I have got quite a, I've got quite a lot of information on him and what he's been doing. In fact, he disappeared for 2 years after the saga. And we never saw him. I sort of made a joke the other day about how he will be trying to get visitation from his ex-wife because he's probably broken up. And sure enough, he has broken up with his ex-wife, and he probably is trying to get visitation with his children. Would love to speak to his ex-wife, haven't done that yet. And now he's remarried to a lady who's got 4 kids who owns a hair salon. So we actually know where he lives, in Springfield, Illinois, which is quite a hard case. But anyway, he went quiet for 2 years, but recently he's been doing these AMAs, which are really freaky. And so this is him doing one, well, 6 hours ago is when I started preparing. This is done 23 hours ago now. But if you go to Grape, and you're probably wondering what Grape is, it's a website where it never really loads properly, and it has lots of problems. But here he is sitting in front of his camera, and I'm guessing it'll be out of a spare bedroom in the house. And I'm guessing he'll be living in the house of his new wife. And I'm guessing he's trying to talk and lie his way to make out he's not a scammer. And he's just all of a sudden telling his new wife that Danny the Heck's just going after him for no reason. Well, this guy's got a more checkered past than any checker that I've seen. But let's go to his website just out of curiosity and have a look. It loaded successfully today. For the last 3 months, he's been struggling to get the secure certificate working on his WordPress website. You can't make this shit up, guys. But now he's claiming that he's about to release everything, but now it turns out to be an AI bot. Now, because I'm good at this, and I've been doing this for 5 years, there's another company out there, and these guys are not connected, but this is Matt. And Matt is a criminal, and we've proven that. We've got the court documents and the receipt to see. But Matt is releasing boostercorp.ai. And boostercorp AI is releasing, you guessed it, AI, chat. And we had done a lot of research into what Matt's doing. Matt claimed he had 1,000 developers working. He had created his own version of AI, but we exposed him to using Google Gemini and a set of API keys to run what he was doing. So he was reselling a free service from Google using their Gemini AI bot. So when I saw what the video that Stephen was trying to play in his latest AMA, I went and I decided that I would grab a paragraph and summarize what I believe that he is trying to do. Now, let's just go into the live that was talking. So, and if we go into the paragraph here, and I want to read this first, but this is what I believe Stephen is actually doing. Well, if he does deliver anything, which will never happen because it never happens, but this is what I believe he's doing.
If Stephen delivers AI, expect Google Gemini, not a miracle or proprietary breakthrough, based on what we've already uncovered with Booster Corp AI. I'm approaching Stephen McCullough's latest super intelligent AI claims with extreme caution. We've seen this playbook before: grand promises, vague demos, and then the quiet admission that the system is simply a wrapper built on an existing large language model, such as Google Gemini or similar third-party AI. I want to be clear, at this stage this is speculation, not a claim of fact, but given how frequently MLM-linked tech projects exaggerate proprietary AI while relying on off-the-shelf models, it's reasonable to question whether this is genuine innovation, or just another smoke and mirrors presentation, dressed up as a breakthrough.
Yeah, so, yes, so, these are the dirty tactics that these guys do. It's not even rocket science, so it's quite interesting. So it basically just finds something that looks like it's theirs, and then they use it to sell multi-level marketing or stool tactics to build hype. So when they launch their token, that's what this one's all about, they're going to get a price. So he's already talking in the video, it's quite a hard case, about what price to list the token at. So he's going to come up with a figure out of thin air and basically come up with a price that he reckons his token's going to be worth. And for sure, all these AMAs are there to tell you that it's going to be listed at, we think, $50. So then you'll go buy them in the pre-sale for $10, and then he'll launch them at $1. That sort of shit. That's what these guys do, and that's how they try to make their money. He's done it before. I think he's a washed-up scammer. I'm sure Ashley, his new wife, is trying to monitor whether he's a scammer or not. She's got her family to worry about. But it's just sad when you see these people time and time again getting over the average punter by coming up with these fake investment opportunities. Right, so it's important that we do have a quick look. We're not going to be here all day. I just wanted to cover this story. If you had a look at my blogs, you will see that I've got quite a lot of content on him. I've even done podcasts, the whole 9 yards. I've probably done, 100 videos. All right, so it's not anything that we're going to spend a lot of time on. I just want to do an AMA on all the releases he does, because we can now use AI, probably the same AI he's using, to cross-references his claim, and then it shows you how ridiculous what he's doing. Look, if you come to deheck.com, you'll find I'm live at the moment, but if you go to post, and then if you come down here, you'll see that we've actually got the transcript that I'm going to use for this very live already done. So let's get stuck into it. I'm going to try reading it. I prefer to read if I can. I'm very dyslexic and I struggle with words, but I will give this a go. And if it gets turns to pear-shaped, we will literally use my computer to read it. Alrighty, investors are still got attacked and muted and banned. They have no respect. So that's what's happening now. I have been in their Telegram groups in the past, and I've been chatting to a few people that have been kicked from those groups. The basic story is, if you ask any questions, you're a dream stealer, you'll get shut down by a lady who is a fake lawyer, who claims she's a fake lawyer, called Natalie. And it's a bit of a roller coaster. I don't get in there anymore. But it's just pathetic. So I don't even know why people follow Stephen and why they have hope that he will deliver anything. When I was going through the court case, I got anonymous people providing information to government departments in New Zealand, and they'd all be CC'd to me. And they claimed things like I was a white supremacist. And actually, one of the articles is actually still online, and I'm currently working on a lot of people who are from Pakistan. And the good thing about these Pakistani people is they know everybody in the media industry. So if you did search for me, you'll find my website comes up number one. I'm recently been in Wikipedia, and I'm in other places as well. But if you click on news, you get the real news about me. Otago Times, Radio New Zealand, the press. This is actually the article of where the press, our local newspaper, actually published an article about the court case. It was a landmark court case. It's actually been studied by universities, and it's also been featured in the New Zealand Law Society magazine. What happened to me? This wasn't a lawsuit of defamation. This was a gag writ, or a slap, where they're trying to stop a journalist from speaking out, and it obviously didn't work. Stephen literally was told that to fight me, he would have to put $150,000 into a slush fund, so that he could fight me, and when he lost, he would be able to pay for the legal fees. But in the meantime, he disputed that. He said it was a pretty clear-cut case, but he had no evidence, and at the end of the day, he put his tail between his legs and ran back to Springfield, Illinois. As he claims, he reckons he was in whatever. But anyway, what I'm doing that for, if you come down here, you'll see there is an article at the moment called this one here. And this is Stephen McCullough publishing content about me, which is a smear campaign. So he's claiming that I was associated with Craig Cobb. I don't even know who Craig Cobb is, but he's a white supremacist guy in America. So this whole article that you see here, now I wrote to the company behind this, which is ATZ Crypto, and when I went to their website, they said that they're just using the RSS feed and this content isn't theirs. And I said, but it's still coming up as the author. So the guy's quite upset with me at the moment because he think I'm throwing him under the bus. But I said, you'll need to remove that RSS feed from your website because that is defamatory information, my friend. So you read through this, it's quite amazing. But this content here is 2 years old. And it was being provided by Natalie and Stephen. Now, Stephen wrote, and we've got it all recorded, of course, as we do, that he had gone out to 300,000 journalists, and they were going to report on me. None of those journalists ever did any reporting, and none of those journalists actually ever existed. However, all these sponsored articles started appearing on the internet. So we found 100 of these sponsored articles that actually managed to turn up in a search result, and we used them in the court case to present our part of our, I don't know, defense on what he was actually doing. So at the moment, what I don't like about this particular article is that when you search for me and search for the news, this article is now featuring as credible news. But obviously we know it's all, well, I know, you might not, please believe me. You might know that this is actually a smear campaign. So what did I do about that? Well, I have written a whole page on my website about smear campaigns. And if you come down and read all about it, you can read all about it. But here is all the YouTube channels that have been set up by people like Stephen. And it's just breathtaking to see what they do. So one of the main ones he just did recently was fakejournalist.net. We've actually had that domain name taken off. But if you went to deheck.co, for example, so now what he's done, he's offered me $5,000 if I remove all the videos of him. And I've got that on his actual cell phone number. So you come here and you can see that there's still articles after articles that have been published by Stephen. And if you want to find all those links, then go to my website and read about the smear campaigns. So it's sort of ironic in a way that I'm going quite lightly on this guy. So all I'm doing is I'm using his own videos. So this is his latest video.
All right, guys. So we are going to have a very educational, I'd say most likely 7 minutes or so.
So that went for 22 minutes. He obviously needs a stopwatch. But I've put that transcript into AI. And I said, can you please compare it against 9, 10, and 11, and 12? Oh, hello, Susie. Nice to see you here. So this is what I do on a daily basis, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to support me in what I do, please do reach out to me. $5 donation goes a long way, would you believe? So I'm going to make a box pop up where you can subscribe. That's fine. And if you share my content, that's great. And if you put these videos inside the chat rooms for Stephen to have a look at, which is great. I've already sent Ashley and I've already sent Stephen a text this morning saying that I was going to go live. I always like to give back, so if you do subscribe, I get Sadie to come along and clean the screen of your computer free of charge, and that's much. And if you are on my website, you will see I do have a support me button, and on the support me button, deheck.com, you can actually donate to me, or you can even become a member, or simply join the YouTube channel, pay $1 a month, and support me along the way. It would be much appreciated. That's my sales pitch. I don't do it for the money, but I do need money to pay the bills to keep it all going. I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm literally going backwards financially, and it's a hard role mentally to actually get up in the morning with a headache and stand in front of the camera. Now I'm going to be doing lives, probably 2 or 3 lives today. This is my first one. This is the Nutcracker. This is the one that gets my brain going. But at the moment, I feel a bit negative and I have a bit of a headache. And I'm hoping that when I read this to you, you will see why I do what I do. But let's get comparing AMA 13 to his previous AMAs 9, 10, 11, and 12. And I'm also showing you how the story keeps changing, breakthroughs keep slipping, and the proof always turn into next week. Next week never comes. I always say to people, do things now because tomorrow never comes. Because this isn't development, this is delay strategy dressed up in progress. The hook, the big reveal that never happens. AMA 13 opens the classic setup, short AMA, educational, and at the end, I'll show you something I've been looking forward to for a long time. He promised just a smart contract AI bot demo. That's what he promised you he was going to do in the last AMA. Then at the end, what happens? Well, he can't play the video. That's right. So here he is. The whole hype is for him playing a video, and he can't even play a video over the internet. Now, if you want some tips, Steve, come and see me and I'll help you out. No problems at all, especially if you have got something that actually works. Now, can you imagine this? How silly this is? A guy that claims he's got AI, where you talk to the AI and it will create smart contracts. That's the advanced AI he's got. So the AI is so high tech that you just talk to it and it will create smart contracts. Sound good? Sounds so good you can't even play a recording when he's doing a live. Have a lot of faith on that, don't we? So he can't play the video. He'll say he'll upload it later. Well, it's been 23 hours since later happened and we've still got no video. But maybe he's got an excuse for that, like he might want to re-record one that actually works. So the big reveal becomes another coming soon. That alone is a red flag because we've seen this movie already, Stephen. AMA 12, he says, the mainnet wallet is completely done and they're days away. AMA 11, he says the wallet is literally already done, right? We're going backwards here, guys. AMA 9, let's back. He says this close, I don't know what that means, and he hopes next week he can give a hard date. So we're going back months now, not weeks. Nothing's happening. Now, AMA 13 days later from his last AMA, still can't even show a demo. He says he's about to show the, He says he's about to show, I don't know why that doesn't quite flow. Same patterns, same teas, same excuses. Well, the we're ahead of schedule claim versus reality. And he keeps saying things like that. We're ahead of schedule, but he's creating the schedule. He's telling you when things are going to happen and nothing happens. There's no proof of any development team or anything. Just like the other one that we talked about, Booster Corp. This guy claimed he had 1,000 developers. Now, when I questioned him face-to-face on a live, he said, I'm actually the biggest customer of a company who is producing my software. And then, would you believe, we had inside communications with that company and they have told him not to do what he's doing and he's carried on anyway. So it's, if you know the truth and the behind the scenes stuff, it's absolutely breathtaking. But anyway, early in AMA 13, he says, we are so far ahead on our development schedule, way ahead of the game. What game are you playing though? That's the question, isn't it? But the timeline across his AMAs says the opposite, because if you were way ahead, you wouldn't keep living in future tense. Right. You show a public, you would show a public repo, working explorer, a public testnet people can access rather than one you've got that no one can access. So mystery developers can access the testnet, but no one knows how to get there. Okay. What's that word?
A repeatable benchmark.
A repeatable benchmark. An audit. Yes, he always talks about audits that you never see. A demo that actually plays. Yeah, would be nice. Now, audits are funny things because I have seen companies do audits on the deposit end of their smart contract and not even past that. And then they use that audit to claim that their companies had an audit, but it was only the deposit part of their smart contract, which is absolutely crazy. So we've seen all the tricks that you can think of. We know them, and that's why we see these red flags often before somebody who's about to give them some USDT, which is just saying how crazy that is. Alrighty, so let's carry on. What do we got? Instead, what we get is hype language and placeholders. The biggest tell is this. He repeatedly claims development is not delayed, while simultaneously giving you a list of things that are still not ready to show. That contradicts the entire Grape storyline. Was it the DAG code?
The DAG code coming out again.
Yeah, it's coming out again. AMA 13, he claims the main DAG code will be put out with a DAG code testnet in a week or two. Now, how does that work? So he's claimed that they're just in testing, it's about to release, and then he relaunches the test code, the testnet. It just doesn't make stop right there because his previous AMAs been full of next week releases. AMA 12, we're talking days away. And then AMA 11, it's already done. Live demo in the next week or so. AMA 9, hard date, hopefully next week. Now remember, that's weeks, it's months apart between the 9 and 12. Now AMA 11 resets it to next week or two. So the questions are simple. If you've been days away multiple times, how can DAG testnet still be next week or two now? Hope you understand this. It's quite complicated. It's like 1-1 was a race horse, 2-2 was 1-2, 1-1-1 race, and 1-1-1 run race. Or, I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm a pheasant plucker's son. I'll be sitting plucking pheasants, all the pheasant plucking's done. These remind me of these sort of trying to explain what next week was all about. That's not being ahead of schedule. That's a schedule that never arrives. The mainnet story keeps, what does that word say? Mutating. Ooh, that's a high-tech word. This is one of the biggest inconsistencies. AMA 9. He says they'll go directly to mainnet and skip ETH and BSC hop. He calls it decentralized seamless. Right, okay. AMA 11, he suddenly says that he's going to take a step back and do 2 coins and implementary coins. So he's going to do coins in between coins, as you do. And now people may need to email the token, and tokens may need to be sent to an address to be sent back. So it's all going to be seamless. And then the seamless part was that you had to email him manually. This is smart. Remember, he's creating AI that is so smart that you can tell it to write a smart contract and it will do it. It's amazing. It's the best thing he's ever seen. It's just incredible. And now he's telling everyone that that if they want to convert their tokens from a temporary token that he set up for whatever reason, probably to move the liability from the last disaster, Luna 1, because he keeps moving and you have to keep switching tokens from one token to another, to another, to another. I presume. I'm not even knowing how that works. I don't even care how it works. I'm getting tired of reporting on Stephen, but I sort of can't help myself. But anyway, so now he's telling people that the only way to move forward is you need to email him. So I'm so clever. I've got AI that can create smart contracts using voice. Don't even have to type. And now he's telling you that you need to email him to get your tokens. It's just crazy. AMA 12, he tells people to follow the instructions and get Trust Wallet, and says they'll send you the coins back. Now that's happened and everyone's done that. If anyone happy customers are out there want to have a go and a conversation with me, you're more than welcome to come, and I'd love to interview. If I've got this so wrong that I just have missed something major here, and you're sitting here going, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, then please come forward, because all I get is people complaining and taking the piss out of this guy. And of course I want to take the piss out of him because he failed at trying to sue me for defamation. And nothing in a defamation case is when I have a whole lot of stuff that cripples a guy. I just told the truth. I'm a reporter. That's what we did. This guy claimed that you could go hunting for. He raised when he was 23, he raised $29,000 to go to the Congo to hunt for live dinosaurs. Yeah, you heard me right. And when he got there, he didn't have his paperwork in order, and someone stole all his gear. So he come back to start up another Kickstarter campaign to do another trip to the Congo to hunt for live dinosaurs and huge spiders. This guy is full of shit. He even started his own country called the United Allied States. He set up Congress. He got sworn in by Congress. He had to be voted in by 2 people who are family members, so I was told. Things like he was flying around in a Learjet trying to find some land. His father theoretically might own a gold mine, so everything he does is now gold backed, but the gold's still in the ground. So these are the claims that we have. The picture that he had on one of his PowerPoint presentations was claiming they had a gold mine, and I reversed image looked up the image, and it was actually a coal mine. So this gets stupider and stupider and stupider. So that's the truth. Direct to mainnet, immediately swap coins, manually send to an email address and return, bridge between chains, or you're on mainnet already. So what is it, Steve? I mean, all these statements, these are words, your statements that you have used, and that's what we've come up with. Because AMA 13 has literally says you're actually on the main network right now. This is insane on its face, because if people were on the mainnet right now, then why is he still calling it testnet? And why is the listing still a future event? And why is he still talking about testing testnet and returning testnet into mainnet? So he's contradicting himself. And the video that we're about to watch is honestly, it is just it is so stupid. I wanted to ask ChatGPT to get the transcript and actually tell us how many times he used the same phrases. And then when he says something that he thinks he might get in the shit with, he talks about, in my opinion. He's got some legal advice. As long as you say, in my opinion, people can't hold you accountable. So every now and again when he makes a claim, he goes, in my opinion, we should be ready to launch next week. And I'll highlight those as we watch the video. That's not a real project work. That's world games designed to stop people asking for proof. Listing the price theatre. This is crazy. So he's talking about listing and coming up with a price. The AMA is packed with listing, price, smoke, and mirrors. He admits he's talking about getting fundraising for Freenet. Is it fundraising? Is that the right word?
Fundraising.
Yeah, he is. And that's right. He's talking about raising $100 million for fundraising like I'll get that done in a jiffy for Freenet. But then he claims it's behind because of the market. So all of a sudden the market is manipulating what he's doing, even though he's not on the market. That's the way I see it. And then he says the free zone will allow them to list at a crazy price. Crazy. Ooh, $25 a token, or reach those prices after. So what's that mean? You're going to list at a crazy price, or we'll get up to that crazy price when it hits the market and everyone starts buying it. And this is where the LunarNet 1 comparison matters, because it's the same playbook. Anchor price. He's determining the price that his token's going to be before it even hits the market, if it hits the market. Creating a fantasy demand engine. Blame the market for delays when he hasn't even got it on the market. Promise an announcement that changes everything. It's just a repeat. AMA 9, he floated the idea of holding a high listing price with liquidity and demand mechanics. AMA 13, he repeats it again. Good stability for the listing price. But the entire time, none of the fundamentals needed to justify the listing price are present. No names, no funding source, no exchange confirmation, no audit, and no proof of demand other than trust me, bro. The thumbs up from Chuck Norris may come into effect here. But that's the thing. And also, wouldn't you put an audit through your smart contract, especially if you're clever enough to come up with a AI bot, which is probably a clone of not Holden Gemini, we've got Holden Gemini cars, but of, what are they called? Google Gemini. So you'd probably need to do an audit on your own system before you even talk about that. So we'd think most investors would probably like to see an audit there, Steve. Price anchoring isn't a roadmap. No, it's a sales tactic. The free zone excuse involves, again, across the AMAs, the free zone flips between icing on the cake and the thing that makes the price possible. AMA 9, he says, the free zone is the icing on the cake, then uses it to justify liquidity claims. AMA 11, he says, they can't launch in a negative market conditions and they are waiting. So now we've got reasons. AMA 13, he says, fundraising is behind, but they still on track. How can you be behind but still on track? And it's the thing that will create credibility, eyes, and news. Okay, so he's basically got nothing if you read that. That's what he's saying. I always love quoting what Murdoch said. You can see who's been swimming naked when the tide goes out. Honestly, from my experience, anytime I see anyone doing anything with crypto, you can basically say anything you like. When the crypto's going up, you can release anything, and the hype of everything that's happening, people will buy into it. But as soon as the tide starts going out, you can see who's been swimming naked. Never a truer word, I believe. So which is it? Optimal bias? Is that right? Optimal bias?
Optional bonus.
Optional bonus. There's the dyslexic Danny coming out. Or essential mechanism. It is essential mechanism, isn't it?
Essential mechanism.
Oh, it's an essential mechanism. Because if it's an essential, then delays in fundraising means delays in crazy price claims. And if it's optional, it shouldn't be used as a central pillar of a listing price stability. He uses the free zone like a magic card. When you need hype, it's implemented. When you need cover, its market conditions. The AI bot proof that vanishes. This is the moment AMA 13 collapses. When the promise of the AI smart contract bot, he says he's about to show it to you, and fails to show it to you. Then he claims it's fundamentally, is it fundamentally
Phenomenal.
phenomenal anyway. So he doesn't need to show it to you. He's just going to say, trust me, bro, it's phenomenal anyway. I can't even say that word. And this is the code trick. He wants the audience to accept that it exists without seeing it, but in the same AMA, he asks viewers to test it, use it, and give it back. Give back. Okay, so viewers to test it, use it, give feedback. Oh, give feedback. I must get these right. How can people test something that wasn't shown, wasn't linked, wasn't released, and wasn't demonstrated? Just asking. When he's selling and feeling, he's selling a feeling, not a product. The excuse stack, I'm no good at reading. I'm just going to read this. I'm tired now.
The excuse stack. Nothing is wrong, while everything is later.
Yeah. Nothing's wrong. Another day in the office for Stephen. AMA 13 is full of contradiction language. We're way ahead. There's no delays. It could launch any day. We might do it tomorrow, if not Monday or Tuesday. This is a schedule. That's a rolling set of escape tactics. And when a project speaks like that for weeks and months, it's not because they are about to launch. It's because they want the community to stay emotionally invested while nothing concrete appears. The close that reveals proof would look like. Okay, the close. What real proof would look like. So here's what, oh boy, I'm terrible at reading.
So here's what I'm asking people to do.
Stop listening to the hype. 4 hype words. You know, you got a epic, game-changing, top 20, fastest chain, ahead of schedule, crazy listing price. They're all friggin' stupid words just to bamboozle people who might be thinking about, oh, put a few dollars down on it. That's what he wants you to do. And starting demanding receipts. Start demanding receipts. Show the DAG code publicly. Show the testnet publicly. Show the Explorer publicly. Show the wallet publicly. Show an audit. Show a demo that actually runs, for God's sake. Because AMA 13, the big reveal, turned into an upload later, and that single line tells you everything you need to know about Grape right now. So that was it really. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have a listen to All Right Guys together. I'll put them on a different screen. We'll put them up there. I'm surprised he's actually left the video online. It must be kind of embarrassing. I'll click a button hopefully and we'll move to another screen. There we go. We're into another screen. So this is Steve-O, and we're just going to have a listen to his dribble, and I might not even interrupt him. I don't need to. And in the meantime, I'll clean up some of the other stuff. So we are going to
have a very educational, I'd say most likely 7 minutes or so. It's going to be
22 minutes later.
We're going to just jump right into the questions and hit everything we possibly can in this AMA. And then at the very last bit, I am going to show you something I have been looking forward to showing you for a very long time. We finally got our smart contract AI bot, which is way ahead of the game. It's way ahead of the game. We finally got it done. We're in the testnet. Basically, it's the testnet for the testnet. So, like, you guys have like the live testnet. We have a testnet behind that.
So here's a testnet behind the testnet behind the testnet that gets tested before you're on the live system. I mean, for God's sake.
So this is basically what you can do with that bot, and if you guys stay tuned to the very last part of this video, I'm going to go over that, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a really good time, because
we're going to have a really good time. It's Christmas time after all. So don't worry, you're going to have the delays of Christmas chucked in here as well soon.
Because I myself was absolutely astounded by what this thing could do so quick. We are so far ahead on our development schedule. That part I can say 100% we are way ahead of the game, and it's been absolutely phenomenal in that way.
So why aren't you guys demanding proof that he's even got a development team.
There's a few things that we're not behind on, but we're further along than we thought we would be. But development is definitely not one of those things. So that is absolutely and totally amazing.
So what did we get from that? That whole paragraph, that whole sentence. I mean, if I was what do they call it? What are those called? A psychological. What do people do? They study psychology. If a psychologist was going to unravel that paragraph, what did he just say? He said absolutely nothing. I mean, you can't make this shit up. People, like he's getting about 200 or 300 views, which is actually quite impressive. And sometimes that's more than my videos. But, it just shows how this guy, washed up scammer, is really washed up. He's gone through a divorce. He lived in South Africa for 4 years, so he claims. He's now remarried to a lovely lady called Ashley, who's got her own business in Springfield called The Betty, if you want your hairdressing done. So you can follow her home and go and find out where Steve lives, because I presume they live together, or have they separated already? They're only married on the 3rd month of this year, so that's January, February, March, I think the 19th. Off memory, or the 11th. I've seen their Christmas cake. It had the date on it. But, really, what is this guy doing this for? I mean, is he a depressed individual? Is he like this? Is he so much wants to be an internet millionaire? He's trying to live up to his father's legacy. I mean, the guy looks like he's on the verge of crying. But why would you come out and make such massive claims? Like, he reckons that his new token is going to be in the top 20 of all tokens in the next 6 months. And that was 2 months ago, 3 months ago. So he's got 3 months to get this token. If he made claims like that, why would you do that? This guy is a depressed individual who's in a real bad way, who's managed to keep it together, and his only strength is lying.
Always. Because that's the one thing that you can't predict. Like, you can predict a lot of things, but you can't predict development because there can be any issue at any point. So that we are very thankful for.
So if that's the case, Stephen, why do you give predictions on when things are going to be released? I mean, that would be logical. If you can't predict development, then why give timelines? Why say tomorrow, the next day, just around the corner, definitely next week?
So basically, there's somebody who, I'm just jumping right into question 1, but somebody has, brought up...
Somebody, why wouldn't he use their first name? Mary from Orlando has said...
the fact that they cannot wait for the advertising rollout for Grape. Basically, they said Steve always makes great ads.
He builds great WordPress websites. I know that. And that he doesn't know how to set up a secure certificate. So when you go to the website, every now and again it pops up and tells you that this website's not secure.
Are they going to be as good as Apollo ads or better?
Well, they weren't very good.
And what I have to say about that is absolutely. So we are going all out in every element to showcase just how far Grape is ahead of anything. So if anybody had any doubts about Grape to this point, as far as its code, as far as what we've been able to deliver or what we will deliver, that's going to be completely wiped out in the next week or two. So we have everything.
Future never comes.
At this point, we have our main DAG code will be put out. But it won't just be put out. It'll be put out with a DAG testnet, so you can actually go through and test the code with the testnet. So that is...
Yeah, I'm just going to go back to here. So this is, if you're wondering how these guys make money, so you come along here, and the only button on their WordPress website that does actually work is you go to buy. So you've got Bitmart, and you've got Grape, and you can buy Grape. So you come along here and you think this project sounds really, really good, and you click on that, and now you need to log in. So let's create a new account, and we're going to put our name in there. We'll go for Danny, and we'll go for, I'll put my full name. So I've never done this before. Didn't even know he had a form to sign up for. This is exciting. Probably going to get a spam now. So I'm going to use a password, right? Now this is a wee test that I do on a lot of people's security. So what I do is I use the password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Repeat the password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now normally if you have a password that's that bad, How much do you plan to purchase? What the heck? Oh, I've got $1,000. That'll get us interested. I agree to the terms and conditions. Well, let's just open those up now. And if you were to go to here and read these, I could actually, terms and conditions, have we not have those? Oh my goodness. So, this theoretically, he's in the seashells. And look, I mean, this is just pathetic. I mean, like if you went through here, so theoretically the company that, whatever it is, I don't even want to read this, but if what I could do is I put these terms and conditions and their privacy policy into a search engine, into ChatGPT, and ask it to find, 10,000 reasons why I would never sign this or agree to this. You would be surprised. And even if you look for here and look for the company, Grape. So who is Grape? Grape Inc. So is there a company called Grape Inc. registered in the Seychelles? I mean, just saying. Anyway, so I'm here. I've created an account. I've decided not to read the terms and conditions because no one reads them anyway, and I'm in. So I've managed to set up an account. Oop, your password has changed. Set up an account with Grape using my email address and 12345678 as a password. Now, theoretically, a bot would be able to figure out my password, and I could theoretically be able to have, if I had money in the back end, submit an airdrop. So I don't even know how that works. Grape. And now we're off to another website called, this must be, I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what happened. So we've got Tech Paper, Light Paper. So I've never actually been in here, so maybe I need to do a whole video on this. Referral. Oh my God, look at this, everybody. So if I refer a friend to this, I've got multi-level marketing built into this. Referral leadership board. So here's my referral code. I mean, until referral competition ends. So incentives to refer this and to get people to sign up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy $3 US worth of code. I don't know. I want 200. And this is how much it's going to cost me to buy it. I don't know even how this works. I'm not even going to pretend I know what I'm doing here. Your account status, email verified. Receiving wallet, add your wallet address, okay. So yeah, so that is a crack up in itself. But anyway, we'll have a wee look through that. And obviously anything that you can sign up for that you can use 12345678 as a password is a major red flag. And if we want to read the light paper, which looks more like a PowerPoint presentation at first glance, it is absolutely a joke. So I might have to do a whole video on that, Steve. I know Steve watches my videos. I know Ashley watches them because she's still trying to figure out whether her new husband is a scammer or not. But he's trying really, really hard not to be a scammer, but he's been a scammer in the past. And you can't change a leopard's spots. Oh my God, how many pages? 40 pages of stupid bullshit about nothing. This is just a PowerPoint presentation and talking about what he's going to do. And now we realize the true matter of the story is this is just a multi-level marketing referral website. No wonder people are saying it's real and you don't know what you're talking about, Danny. Oh my God. Steve, carry on telling your lies.
In our opinion, like the way that we can just get things out and just absolutely, put everything out there. So everything out there. It's our claims, it's our code, everything. We're putting that out there. So that'll be absolutely phenomenal for anybody who wants to do testing or anything like that. You are more than welcome to do that. Yeah. So we have that coming out, and then I would say we're basically coming in to a period of time where we're going to be making a lot of strides. So we're already way ahead in a lot of our AI development, a lot of development, in terms of the blockchain itself. So it's going to be super exciting, even from week to week. At least I'd say every 2 weeks in that period, we should be having some cool features coming out, or at least features that are being extremely enhanced. That they're being enhanced from where they were before. So that it's probably there's not probably. This is the most exciting time that you could ever be part of Grape. We have the project being put out there in the public. We have it, just all of our, the guts of it being put out there for testing, for auditing. Everything is basically coming out right now. And that's why.
Basically coming out right now. Now, if I said I'm here now, would you think if I was at the bus station and you rang me up and they said, "Whereabouts are you?" I'm here now. What does that mean? Is that in the future? Or is that now? Is there a new meaning for now? We're basically here now.
It makes it super easy for me coming out here and doing an AMA whenever we have everything out there and we're able to. Well, really, when the devs come through way above when they should be, it makes it easy on people like me.
What devs? What devs have you got? What developers have you got, Steve? I'd love to see one.
Because all I get to do is, I get to basically come and talk about the fun stuff. So,
tell us some fun stuff. Show us the video.
We're putting all that out there, and if you stay with me to the very end, you'll be able to see a video of kind of the first part of the functionality of that AI chatbot, which is super cool.
Which is a white-labeled version of Google Gemini, I believe. That's my opinion. It will not. For the trust. Oh, no worries, Google opinion. Funny, I've got a Google friggin' OK Google device in my office, and it just talked to me saying thanks for the trust when I said that. Isn't that amazing that Google is listening to everything that you say?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Sorry, I didn't understand, it says. Hey, Google, who's Stephen McCullough? OK, Google, who's Stephen McCullough?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
No, we don't understand him either. Hey, OK, Google, who is Danny DeHeck?
On the website bemis.marmot.org, they say, here, Danny Deck, Emma's friend from Terms of Endearment, is a promising young writer losing touch with his talent and drifting from Texas to
Google.
California because that's where all the writers
OK, Google, shut up now. Oh, that's funny. I've got another microphone over there. Must have a conversation with them one day. But some of the technology that they've got isn't like it used to be. Well, I've got a lot of smart devices in my house. They're always a bit glitchy. Anyway, let's carry on listening to Stephen. Otherwise, we'll be here all day long.
So going forward, the next question is, when the mainnet launches, will there be an app to download as well? And the answer to that is yes. It won't be immediately after because there'll have to be some
hype,
basically iOS and or the App Store for Apple, and then also the store for Google Play. I'll have to approve it. So basically, or essentially, they'll have to go through and make sure everything's perfect. And then they'll approve it, and we'll definitely get them on there. So that's the next step. But the first thing is the mainnet going live. With the web wallet, that's going to be it should happen in here. This month for sure. We'll have the mainnet out.
December.
It'll be out and in its full glory this month. As of now.
Okay, Steve.
So going forward, what's the next question? The next question is,
what the hell do you do this for, Steve?
Now that GRP and GGT are mostly riding on the BNB chain, will they remain on this chain after the exchange listings? So, short answer, we are thinking about just allowing people to have both, like basically putting a bridge between the mainnet and the BNB coin, and if you want to hold it on the mainnet, you can. If you want to hold it on the BNB chain, you can. That's pretty much the case for every single that's the case for almost every coin that I've seen, like USDT. You look at everything, and it's got tokens, that you can use and you can hold, in your own wallets like Trust and MetaMask. So, you don't have to hold it on the mainnet if you don't want to. So we'll do the same thing and basically make it super simple for people, and also allowing us to do some really handy and, a lot of the the more trusted exchanges. So we'll definitely do that. So the next question is any information about staking. So staking. Absolutely, and that is something that we have been working extremely hard on. We will have staking options out. I mean, preferably we'd like to get some on the chatbot itself, so you can just be like, hey, I want to stake for this long or this long or this long, and you'll be able to walk through some you'll have that chatbot to walk through some options. But in the meantime, we're looking at getting some that you can even stake. You could stake on BNB chain, and you could do some things like that before the listing and make it super seamless, super easy.
Easy. Email me. Give me your tokens.
Basically, those are some questions about funding. So basically, I understand there are ongoing efforts in the background going on to secure funding and possibilities.
They're just trying to raise 100 million.
And are these efforts looking like they may bring more success at this point? And what I'd have to say about that is absolutely. So
absolutely, I'm excited.
We're hitting everything from like a 3-point stance. So we're looking at basically putting all of our effort into utilizing the development itself. Like, our developers are some of the best in the entire world. So getting those people out to the full extent and developing features that beat out every other project, that is like the thing that will seal our success, in my opinion. So that's number one. So on that end, we are right on track. Everything is going phenomenally. There's nothing that we have to worry about, and we definitely do not. We're not lacking on any on any level.
We're good to go.
We're by far
not.
No. There's no delays.
No delays.
Like,
no delay. Train is not delayed. I'm here now.
To this point. And there's like the fundraising for certain projects.
Yes.
One of those projects being the free zone. So we have
free zone.
With this market, we were on track originally to hit.
It was yesterday. It's coming out tomorrow. But developers can't be relied on.
Goal for what we would need to launch the free zone this quarter before. That was before the market, crashed from 130.
Excuses.
Near that for Bitcoin to what went down to almost 80,000 to now what is going from 80 to 90,000. But we got behind on that on the fundraising for that project. However, we are still on track. We're still making progress, for that, and that's something that we'll keep you guys updated for. And that is the one thing that I believe, with all my heart, will allow us to,
with all my heart,
go and list at a crazy price.
Crazy!
And if we don't list at that, then it will allow us to
can't pay for this type of entertainment.
That is something that I believe is it will be big news. It'll be news that will be heard along.
Other people will be having big news as well, though, Steve.
Like, there's
you won't
things
be the only
that we
one.
can do.
Everyone's going to be talking about your WordPress website.
And there's that's what Polygon did. They went and they got people.
That's what Bitcoin did when they started.
Chain. It was
they bought pizzas with the tokens.
It was easier than Ethereum, and it was just basically cheaper and easier. So what we're doing is we're doing the same thing as Polygon. We're going through there and we're making it cheaper and easier than Polygon. We're making it to where you have an AI chatbot on the exact chain that you can go through and you can talk to, and you can do anything with this chain. You can
anything, but you can't run a video
with our chain in any way, including including building a website for your business that plugs in.
You need to hire it yourself, there, Steve.
You can build any type of token eventually.
Anything, but you can't run a video.
A token
can't make this shit up.
Extremely complex that interacts with things on a very detailed level. You can do NFTs. You can do.
You're full of shit, Stephen. Get off the internet. Play the video. Play the video. Play the video.
To be able to talk to a seemingly live person. And be able to figure all this out and
it's too good to be true, Steve. Prove it. Show us
all the options.
Show us the video.
Build it from the ground up with them on the chain itself.
It's just a dream come true.
A third
dream come true.
Third web. or anything like that. Like, we're talking about doing it on chain, and then boom, you have it in your wallet. I mean, and that's what I'm about to show you guys. I'm about to show you
Here we go.
how easy
Looking
and
excited.
seamless it is.
Let's get excited.
Going to be.
About to see it.
But anyway, so we have that will drive demand, that will make those that will give a good.
I feel like the signwriter guy.
Stability, in my opinion, for the listing price whenever we do list. And then we have things like, the free zone that will give.
Free zone, great
that
name
it will
choice
just
there.
take that
Free zone.
further.
People
And
get
that's
something
what
for
we're
nothing.
Looking to do. We're looking to get all
In fact,
that, like,
if you think
the
about this,
base
guys,
level,
if you
protection
buy
those
his tokens, you're going to get something for nothing. It's called a free zone. You're going to free up your money forever, giving it to Stephen.
the things that will build the high demand, that make things
High demand.
and basically it makes
How many
Grape
crypto opportunities have you heard that they always talk about going to build demand? It's just ridiculous. You can't make this shit up, ladies and gentlemen.
easier to use and more fun to use and better to use than anything else on the planet. And then, so you build that base, you build that community, and that's what we're looking to do. And then basically taking that to,
The circus?
and getting things like the free zone that really get just it gets the eyes on it. And it
Get the eyes on it. With his WordPress website and his voice commanded AI bot that's going to create smart contracts when he can't even push play on a recording while he's in his studio at home in his office.
gets the credibility, and it gets a lot of that into it. But yeah, so
Yeah,
go back to the question. We
Oh.
are working extremely
When are we
hard
gonna be done?
to continue that, to continue on to that project, and to finish out the goal that we need to get that out there.
Yeah.
We are on our way right now.
On the way.
Absolutely. We were set back
Absolutely.
a little bit, of course, with the market. I mean,
Market effects to something that's not even on the market.
You would probably
Love it.
assume. But it doesn't mean that we're not going to get there. We're going to get
Doesn't
there.
mean we're not gonna
and
get
I'll
there.
keep you updated. I mean, every week I can even do an update just on that part, and
on that
how
part.
far we're coming with it. But we definitely are.
Definitely are.
But yeah.
Trust me,
so
bro.
going
Trust me.
forward, let's see. I understand the delay strategy, and adjust plans as best as necessary, even if not welcome. What if the market goes down for the next 6 months or so? Is there a certain point we can
Is it
list
overlined on
anyway? We have a great product. Maybe it will be, a light in the darkness and a great free zone to get all the attention. That's actually, that's a good. It's a great point. So we're not going to pull it out that long at all. I mean, we do not want to list. In my opinion, we do not want to list when the market is down like this at all. It will go way better for us if we wait till the market's in a really good spot and we have everything down. But what I will say is that the most amazing thing about what's happening right now, and that's part of why I'm wanting to show you where we're at with the AI chatbot, is we've got like the thing that will cause the demand, and it will start to build on this new just this new way of interacting with blockchain, like especially on mainnet, like on the actual mainnet wallet. It's going to be crazy. So we're basically looking to take all of that we have done, are doing, and we're way ahead of the game. What this delay is doing, what basically the market is doing, and
delay.
being
Did
not
he
the
just say
greatest
that?
right now, is
What this
actually
delay
giving
is
us
doing?
a little time to build like a super product. Like if there was a Superman product that we could come in and,
Superman
build
never
really quickly,
made any
this
money.
is going to be it. So we're basically coming in there, and it's giving us the time to create this epic product, and also to go through
advantage
and now
of all these
market
tool
and get
tactics.
people on board and like start using it for this. I mean, like I did not dream of listing with
I
these
had a
AI
dream.
features in the past. Like I just did not think we were going to be able to list with them. like with the chatbot. I didn't think that was in the cards for us, but now it is.
Oh, it
so
is.
we're
The chat box.
way ahead of the game.
We're going to show you in a
Now
minute.
we're getting these features in. You guys will be able to use them,
Oh.
perfect them. We can make them perfect.
Perfect.
Get people on.
On.
And then
Done.
when
Done.
we do list, it is going to be
Phenomenal.
absolutely
Phenomenal.
totally epic. We're going to
Epical.
list with the best, the absolute best AI
Trust
features
Stephen.
on blockchain.
His failed
period.
projects.
The absolute fastest blockchain on the planet.
Oh my
It's
God.
Live. And then in a perfect world, we would have the absolute biggest announcement that we could absolutely
In the perfect world.
have,
What word's that, Steve?
which is the free zone. So that's what we're working for. That's what we're working towards, and I think this gives us that perfect storm. So
Yeah.
that's what we're working for at the moment. So right now, my goal
Yeah. Here we go.
in itself is literally to go through and give you all the pieces that we have right now on the AI side to let you sift through it, play with it. Are there issues?
Mum told me not
You
to
know,
play
like
with it.
Every single program has fixes that they do on a weekly basis. So whether that's Facebook or Instagram, I mean, there's updates, and they'll give you the they'll give you those the feedback of those, and what they're fixing. There's always issues. So
Yep.
you guys look at this. I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you the video.
Wait.
As soon
Can't
as we
wait.
launch
The big moment.
which should be here in the next. It could be any day at this point. It could be. We might do it tomorrow.
Might do.
If not tomorrow. I mean, if everything is perfect on it right now, we'll probably do it like imminently. If not, it might be Monday or Tuesday.
Might be.
But we'll keep you updated on it. But what I want you guys to do is take this,
Take it.
look at it,
Look at it.
use it in every
it.
possible way. Tell us like what you think can
Yeah,
make it better,
use
what
it.
you think can make it absolutely perfect, and we'll take that feedback and we'll start building it better. And that's one of the beauties
Okay.
of GGT too. Is that
GPP2.
we're going to be doing some voting on that. We're getting the
He's already releasing version 2, and he hasn't got
the
one
centralized
going.
autonomous organization for GGT. So we're going to be making some
Adeo.
decisions with it. That's one of the fun things that we're going to be doing in the very short term. So
So one of the things that was really interesting when he tried to do this court case against me for 3.85 million for defamation, he claimed that that Luna 1 was a DAO, a decentralized autonomous association, whatever it is. And when he did the court documents, I put them online because you don't do that, but I did. And in there it said that he was the owner of this decentralized organization that he had set up for the people. And everyone was in the community was going, what the heck? How come he says he's the owner? I thought we were the owners. It was so funny. So now he's talking about doing the same thing again. It's the same playbook every time.
if you guys that hold it, you have that to look forward to.
Oh, you won't hold nothing because he will own it.
That could go
He's
either
a
way. I think either way, they're
majority
it's gonna be
shareholder
perfect, it's gonna
of
be
any
great,
token that
but,
he
it'll
releases.
just be kind of a fun thing to do.
He's
as
a washed-up
community.
scammer.
So there's a couple other. Oh, there's only two other questions. So the second to
whereabouts
last
is Ashley's hair
how
salon,
do
the
we test
Betty
the main
in Springfield?
network? So that
I wanna
the
get a
funny thing is
haircut,
you're actually
maybe a
on the
shave.
main network right now. So that wallet, even after we add the AI feature to it, the chat bot that you're going to be able to use in the same way that I just showed you, or that I'm about to show you.
I'm about to show you.
That's
Let's get
nothing's
into
going
it.
to change. It's actually just going to we're just going to say like, okay, now with the test net, now it's mainnet, because what that means is that we have tested every possible fault on it, and we believe that it is absolutely and totally strong enough to support going long term, and that's what a mainnet is. So we're going to be literally your account that you have right now will carry on to the mainnet, and it'll just be that same link. So that's kind of fun. And then the last question that we have is, what will GRP and GGT be paired with on exchanges? So what I'd like to do at the very beginning is to keep things very, very
that's funny.
concise as far as not doing a ton of pairings, but having a lot of liquidity on one good pairing. So usually we would do USDT on both and just leave it at that, and then that would give us the best liquidity for that one pairing, instead of having like that liquidity broken up into three pairs. That's usually what we like to do at the very beginning, at the very start of a coin, and then we basically will just add more pairs, add more listings, and go on from there. But without further ado,
Here
guys,
we go. Wait for it, kids.
I am going to bring up this.
Here we go. Going to show you
this is
the big moment, the big reveal.
Wallet builder.
The wallet builder.
And I'm going to go ahead and play it.
Okay.
So what this is going to show. Oh, let's see here.
Oh,
give me
problems?
a second. Give me a second.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Go ahead and show this bad boy.
Oh, the bad boy. The bad boy.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Everything's going good.
Well, let's see here, guys.
Hopefully you're not going to have any problems, Steve.
Should play from here
Should
on.
play. He knew this wasn't going to play before he even did it. All right, here goes the AI builder. It'll be a skin, what do you call it?
Okay. Well, on this level, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out a video. I'm going to go ahead and put out a video with the, I'm going to go ahead and put out a video with it. Then you guys can just see it for yourself, and you can
so
see
he can't press play.
How awesome it really is to this point. I think we have an absolutely phenomenal chatbot that I've never seen anybody even like remotely compete with as far as a mainnet wallet. Like, it's just awesome. So awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it. It's probably better anyway. This video is gonna be super long, but I'll go ahead and leave it. I'll go ahead and leave it at that. Guys, please, I can't stress this enough. Send your questions in for the next AMA. If you had some of yours missed, please reverberate those to us, and we'll definitely get them for the next run. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I'm going to go ahead and upload this video, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in the video for the test of the AI chatbot, so you guys can see it. I definitely am excited to go through and see some of the feedback. I think it'll be super exciting, super fun. So anyway, guys, let's go from there. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.
So did you hear what he said? He's going to close out and upload the video that he couldn't play. So this is his YouTube channel, and this is AMA 13, 12, 11, 10, and 9, and we could go all the way back. He was actually producing videos on his other YouTube channel, which was a private one, which I won't bring up, no need. But where is the video, Steve? It has been 1 day since you did this video that I've just done the voiceover on, and nothing has happened. No video got uploaded to the internet. So what excuse are we going to have on AMI whatever 14? It's just, you can't make this shit up. This is another video that we did. I must actually, I've noticed I've done some things wrong here. I just need to edit this video. But this is one of the first videos. When he came out of hiding just recently, after not seeing him for 2 years, going through a divorce, moving his family theoretically back from South Africa back to Springfield, Illinois. He's now remarried to a lovely lady called Ashley. And I went in there and got myself a haircut a wee while ago. So you can see he walked in horrified. She works at the Betty. I don't really want to throw families and her under the bus. She's probably a hardworking mum. She's got 4 kids, but wouldn't she be horrified? Well, I did contact her, and she said, don't contact me again, highlighting that her husband is a friggin' scammer. And, it's just, you just can't make this shit up. So I'm just updating that there. So I'll just update that blog, because that blog, when I searched for it, didn't seem to come up. But because I'm getting so tired of doing blogs about this, it's not worth it. So I did the initial one here, and I talked about how he's started this Grape thing. Grape's been going for quite a while, but it's like he's revived a scam that... a scam that he never got off the ground. This here is the court documents, if you really want to have a look at them. They're official court documents of the case. This is a scolding letter from the judge to Stephen McCullough when he tried to do a slap writ against me. You can see all the documents there. We're not really hiding anything. We don't hide anything. But this guy here, as I said earlier on, was claiming that at the age of 23, he raised $29,000 in the Kickstarter campaign, saying that he was going to go to the Congo and hunt for live dinosaurs. If you were to do a search on my website for McCullough, you'll find even my playlist. So if you go to my, let's say, YouTube channel, and if you go to playlist, right, and if you go down to this one here, you can view the playlist. So here is all the videos that we have done on him in the past. Initially, he was promoting Luna 1, and we had 3 individuals say they got ripped off. We even found Pinicky Nark promoting it, along with, I can't never get that guy's name, Vivian. And that's the first time I saw anything to do with Apollo. So he was connected to a known scammer who was associated to Hyperverse, which was a $1.9 billion scam. All the claims that he's made. He even claimed that I went over to America, jumped over a wall and smashed in the door of his mother's house. And luckily she wasn't there at the time. And we've got, it just goes on and on. I mean, I did when I originally got the lawsuit, I did a 4 hour 47, 19-second long video. And then I broke that about all the things that he's done in the past. Then I broke them all into mini videos and updated people as time went along. But, we've just got lie after lie. I've got recordings from him. I've got an offer of $5,000 given to me about 2 months ago, telling me that he wants me to remove these videos here and he'll donate $5,000. His wife was freaking out because I figured out where she was living and working. Nothing against her, but everything's on the table. If you're going to live a life of a scammer and steal from everybody and then go into hiding and I can't find you, and then you come out of hiding and I find that you're remarried and you want to be left alone, you're not going to be left alone. I'm going to come after you. But lots and lots and lots of scams happening at the moment. As I said, this one here is quite a funny one. It's not connected in any which way or form that I can see. However, BoosterNet claimed they had 1,000 developers who produced their AI bot, and it finished up. We proved that it was actually a Google Gemini that they were using with API keys, and they were basically putting a monthly fee for using the AI bot that they had created themselves, but it was a copy, using Holden Gemini's free service, but charging for it. It was amazing. But I believe if anything comes out that's got an AI bot, check out the API keys and you'll probably find that Google is working. And then Steve will come out and say, oh, we're actually working with Google. They're one of our partners. And that means that I'm right. All right, so Grape. Now, as you saw, I did click on buy and I signed up for an account and I used the password 12345678. Stephen, why would you let somebody sign up? Look, now if I want to verify myself, I'm going to upload my passport, my social security number, my driver's license, my best friends, my dog's name, where I live and everything to KYC. Who's the KYC provider? It is ridiculous. So if you can sign up for a platform with 12345678 as a password, then why the hell would you give them over your data? Don't do it. You'd be absolutely crazy if you think that's secure. The KYC providers are sometimes independent, but stop giving out your personal details because you'll start getting a whole lot of spam. And it just won't be worthwhile doing. The white paper, 40 pages of bullshit. It's a PDF sales pitch, not a white paper. The light paper, I should say. That's right. You have the light paper, then the white paper, and then do you have the purple paper and the yellow paper? There's a lot of papers. There's a lot of toilet papers. But these terms and conditions, if I was to put these terms and conditions into ChatGPT and ask it to highlight all the red flags, I'd be here all day long. So you can do that if you really, really want to. Privacy, well, when you sign up for these sites, you should go through the privacy papers because you actually give away everything. You give away your search content, your data, everything. It's even got things in there about children. Let's have a look. Let's have a listen to what they say about children.
When it comes to the collection of personal data from children under the age of 18 years old, we do not process their personal data without parental consent. We do not specifically market to children under the age of 18
Well, that's good to know.
years old.
Wow, your rights. You have the following rights with your personal data. The right to request access to your personal data. This enables you to receive a copy of the personal data that we hold about you and check that we are lawfully processing it. Oh my God, why don't you all request your personal data and see if you actually get it? How cricket is that? Hey, look at this. Third-party cookies. They've got stuff in there about Google already. AdWords. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so there you go. So if you do a search on Stephen McCullough on the search engines, let's go and search for him. Let's see where he comes up in the search engines. And you've got the first thing that comes up is American businessman tried to gag rid a scam buster. That's me, Stephen. Next thing, you've got defamationupdate.co.nz. This is the lawyers that represented me. Fantastic. The next thing you see is Grape a scam? Yes, it is. Then you get lots of Twitter posts from me. So you can sort of see that this rise and fall of Stephen McCullough's web of scam and false claims. Oh my goodness, let's have a look. Oh, hold it. What was that one? So you can see, look at this. So we own him in the search engines. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, is that not the same one, is it? No, not the same guy. No, different people altogether. But anyway, that's exciting. So we own you on the search engine, Steve. There's a reason for that. Let's have a look at this one here, 2000. Oh, look, it's me. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, well. All right, guys. Well, that's me. That's my warm-up video. Still got a bit of a headache, so I might have a bit of a break for a while and go have some breakfast, and then I'll come back. There is something I do want to do. We did another blog yesterday, and there's a scam going down at the moment where we've got a Robert Fletcher honorary. He's claiming he's this guy here. He's got a pile of gold. We've just published this blog. I'm going to do a voiceover on that one next. It's about a guy. It's actually a real hard case story. We've done 2 blogs on it now. We've done 3 videos, but they're claiming that they've got a gold back, which reminds me of Stephen, a gold back crypto opportunity called crypto. Oh, I've forgotten what it's called, but it's in here somewhere. But anyway, we haven't quite finished the blog. Well, I think it is finished because I haven't received any updates, but it's called the Gold Exchange. So you go to Gold Exchange and you can purchase a token that's gold backed. But the problem is this guy here is a criminal, and he's absolutely it's amazing. If you do a search on this Robert Thomas Fletcher guy, you actually find out the guy that's in all these videos claiming to be a good businessman is actually a criminal. And I don't understand why people don't do a bit of searching. But you can sign up here on this website as well using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as a password. They have this graph on here that makes you think that you're seeing something important, but that's just a graph on how Bitcoin is going, nothing to do with their token. But in the meantime, we've actually managed to find a lot of people who are actually promoting it. So I'm going to do, that's my next blog. I probably need to do a bit more research, but we did come across a lot of information about this guy. And if I'm going to be fair about it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into here and here. So if I go over to here, you'll see I've actually started building up a bit of a database on this guy. We've got lots of articles, lots of videos, screenshots of him and the like. We've got images. So we've gone through and found all these images, people that are associated to him, and it's going to be quite interesting. But anyway, the blog does speak quite good about him. And as I said, if I go back to here, you can have a look at this. If we go to his, so we go here to his YouTube. You thought Stephen was bad. Wait until you, this is not even the same. Oh, yes, it is the same one. So if I go down to, they removed, no way. Have they removed content already? I was just getting into it a day ago. Oh, no. Oh, that's interesting. No, there's, hold up, 1 minute, please, caller. I'm sure there's, they're unlisted. Yes, so these are the people, this is recent, and these are the people that are out in Nevada showing off his look at his hairdo, real terrible mullet, showing the gold mine, and this is the sort of shit that we want to go through. Have a look at this. You thought Stephen was bad. Wait until you see this guy. So this is a guy that claims that their token is gold backed, and they've got a mine that isn't even a gold mine. and it's done $180,000 worth of turnover in 12 months. They claim that they have managed to look after the lady who owns the mine, and they are now using gold to entice people to sign up for their token. Now, the mine isn't even in operation for mining gold, but here he is showing the gold that he's got somehow. I don't know how this even
Hello,
works
everybody.
out.
We got gold in Dallas, gold in Dallas, gold in Dallas. Here's 1.2 kilos, about $100,000 worth of gold. And we got new partners, new contacts, a fourth supplier. We make about 15% on this gold, $100,000. We make $15,000 cash. So get a hold of your partners, get some cash together. We've got $1.6 million of gold right now here in Dallas, and we can buy it. Let's get to work. Bye-bye.
So he's using their money to buy gold, and everyone's going to be rich. Another passive income story that you just can't deny. Right, I'm Danny DeHeck. Nice having you here. Thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in another video in a few minutes. That's Stephen. Stephen, it's just around the corner. Let's get started tomorrow. And tomorrow, I want to see that video that you said you were going to upload immediately after your live 24 hours ago. Love to see that online. Show us the video. Show us your working white-labeled Google Gemini copy service. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If he has produced anything, it's only going to be a sticker stuck on it of somebody else's AI. There's no real AI. It's just all lies. See you, Stephen.